Okay. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to tonight's session. Tonight we are going to be talking about Jira. First of all, we need to understand what Jira is all about and how to use Jira to manage a project from beginning to the end. So by the time we finish with Jira, every one of us here should be able to, use Jira to manage a project either as a business analyst, project manager. In Jira, we know that, like what we discussed here is most of the projects being managed in Jira are agile projects. So if you are going to use Jira, maybe you are going to be using it as a project Scrum Master. That's what they call project manager in agile environment, as a Scrum Master, as a business analyst, as a product owner, and as a developer. So this is how we're going to be using it. But before we start using it, we need to move our items. That is our product backlogs. You have been working so hard trying to create this product backlog. So many of you submitted, I rejected it because I want a quality product backlog. But this is the time. You see that everything I ask you to create, there is a time you are going to use them. We are going to start using, this is time for execution. It's no longer time for planning. So it's time to start using all the items we've created. We created user stories, acceptance criteria, all these items. This is the time we are going to use them. So without wasting any more time, let's dive in. Okay. Yeah, so you must have heard about Jira so many times, but let's talk about Jira briefly. So what is Jira? Jira is a popular project management and issue tracking tool or software developed by Atlassian. So the owner of Jira is just a software. It's owned by a company called Atlassian. They have so many softwares like Jira. You must have heard about Trello. This company owns Trello as well. They have so many applications. They are just like Microsoft. They are just a vendor. So, and this product application called Jira is designed to help software developers. So it started from software development, but today you can use Jira in any of your projects, but they started with software development team to track, manage their work effectively. Jira is widely used by agile team. Like I told you guys, is mainly in agile project management because of the features. Like it has product backlog, it has sprint planning, and this is all about product agile project management. All these terminologies and these features will help you for Scrum planning, Scrum execution. We already know what Scrum is all about. Scrum is a framework in agile project management. So for agile team, especially those following methodologies like Scrum and Kanban, but it can also be adapted for use in various other project management. Like today, it has scaled. People can use it in so many ways. You can use it for a personal project, and yeah, and it's a very beautiful, and the beauty of this Jira and this team or this company is that they are giving a lot out equally, because you can use this for a small projects. If you are a team of 10 people, you can use it free of charge, and that's one good thing about them. But if you want to use it in a very scaled project, high project within a large group of project, you then need to pay for the premium version. So this is, so we all can have a Jira account which you can use forever. So most of the accounts, you can get personal account which is forever. Then if you want to use it for business purposes to enjoy some special features, then you pay for it. We have key features here. We have, because of time, I'm not going to read all these things because we're going to have these notes. So you have to go through the notes. So we have issue tracking, used for tracking issues. What is issues can be tags. That is what they call tags in Jira, called issue. So it can be tags, it can be bug, it can be user story. The main name they call all of them here is issue. So issue tracking means tags tracking, user stories tracking, and bug tracking. We've talked about all this. You should know what tags it means, know user story mean, and what bug mean. Bug is an error. When you want to create a user story and you have an error, then it becomes a bug. So you have to go back, keep on fixing it. It can be error, it can be defect in the coding, but we call it bug. So that is the major purpose when it why they created this Jira. We have agile board. Jira offer various agile board such as Scrum board, Kanban board. We'll talk about Kanban board yesterday for visualization. We have backlog management. Everything we do here is just to manage our backlog and then use it to deploy and execute our project. So backlog, this is the thing we are going to start doing as soon as possible, moving our backlog items to Jira. So team can maintain product backlog where they can prioritize and organize their work. So then we'll have custom workflow. You can equally automate your workflow in Jira. So Jira allows you to define custom workflow to represent the stages and issues. But some of these custom, like I said, if you want to use it in a very personalized way, then you have to subscribe for their premium version. Then have good reporting dashboard. Jira have good reporting dashboard so that you can monitor your projects, see the metrics, see the burn down chart. There's something we call burn down charts, velocity. Jira helps you to understand all this visually. Integration, you can integrate Jira with so many other tools and it works perfectly. So automation, Jira allows users to automate repetitive tasks and processes using rules and triggers. But if you want to use some of all these automation in Jira, you have to get the premium version. Permission and security. Jira allows for access control. You can allow whom join your project and give them the amount of control they have on the project. So you can have this permission and security purposes. Yeah, it's very good. Any product that doesn't have control, access control is not a good application. But Jira have got good access control. Scalability, it can be used by various sizes of teams, small group, startup, whichever way you want to use it, you can use Jira. Jira is very powerful. Cloud-based and self-hosted. Jira is available at cloud-based, like the one we are going to be using is cloud-based and equally self-hosted. So that is, there are so many other features that keep coming on, but these are main prominent features we have in Jira. We can or we are going to be using. So they keep releasing new features. If I keep naming all their features, we are not leaving here tonight, but just these are main prominent features we have in Jira. Then moving a product backlog to Jira. That is the main item for tonight. As we understand the way Jira works, the main thing tonight is to move product backlog to Jira. If you want to follow this note, because after this, I will jump in and start creating, create a project and start moving it. So I'm not going to be reading notes, and I'll just be working. But this is for you. If you want to read, maybe when you want to work personally and you are struggling, you can read the note or watch the video, because this video is on recording. Yeah. So yeah. Okay. You set up your Jira. We're going to do it very soon. It's not these are something we're going to do practical. You create a product backlog, you prioritize your backlog, you create sprint, and you plan your sprint, and you execute your sprint, and you monitor your sprint progress. You complete the sprint, then you do a review, facilitate a review. That is sprint review and sprint retrospective, and this is where you end and you start a new sprint. It's a cycle. We've already talked about this. It's just to refresh our memory. So without wasting more time, let's get started. If you are starting for the first time, you've not heard anything about Jira, this is what, like now, this is my account in Jira. I'm managing so many projects here. So if I want to start, all I need, because I have an account already, I come over here, I create a new project from here, and I start. But for you who is just starting, you can go to a fresh browser like this, go to Chrome browser or any other browser, you just type Jira. If you, as you are typing it, you see it's already coming up. You see Jira software or Jira Atlassian, because it's owned by Atlassian. If you click on this, you see, then you go down, see, sorry about that. This is not where I want to go. I'm scrolling down. So you come down here. You see, I told you that Jira is owned. It's just a software. It's owned by this company. So if you want to get Jira, you go to, just like if you want to use any of the Microsoft application. For instance, if you want to use, what is the application? Any of the application like Dynamics 365, you cannot type dynamics365.com because it's just application. What you need to do is go to Microsoft.com. From there, you get Dynamics. Or if you want to use this Google Meet we are using, you don't type googlemeet.com. If you have to go to Google and get Google. So it's just the same thing. That's why you are seeing Atlassian, and from here, so that is it. This is where we need to get it. So you see Jira here. So it's now popping up because I'm already signing up. But if you are not signing up, you come here, you get it free. Click on get it free. And from there, or if you can use your just email, or you can use your Microsoft account, you can use your Google account, and or if you want to use Google account, you make sure you sign into Google before. And you see here, this is their features. Like I said, they have so many features in Jira, but the one I just mentioned on my notes is just few of them, key ones. If you want to see the features here, that is So many, it keeps scrolling. We don't have time for that. You can come and read it up on your own. And if you want to, because as we are working, we'll become project managers, we become business analysts, companies might entrust you to do everything for them. So you need to know their pricing as well. So if you want to know their pricing, come over here. You will soon bring the pricing. You see the pricing. So you see here, you have Jira for free. So if you are contracted by a company to use Jira, good and fine. If you are a team, this is a way of you saving money for your company, which is very good. If you don't have enough big a budget in your project, you can come and use a very free one if the team is less than 10. But if you guys are more than 10, then you have to subscribe to it. Is $7, let's call it $8 every month per user. So if you people are 10, it's going to be $80 a month. Well, as long as you guys are using it. This is premium. So all the versions come with special features, you know. So if you want to know more, this is totally free. This is what we can do, get for free. All these are for free. But if you want to use a standard for workplace, you get the free version plus all these other ones, like you see, user and permission. If you want to get access control, user and permission, you need to get this one. And external collaboration, multi-region data residency. If you look at 1,700 automation rules, you know, you can do it. And we will have regional support. They'll support you. If you want enter, this is premium version. This is, you get this and plus this. If you want enterprise version, you get everything here and equally get all this. So it depends on, see this application, these are what Facebook, Google, all of them, everybody use this application. So it's very powerful. We have alternative of Jira called Azure DevOps from Microsoft. As a matter of fact, Microsoft cloned this Jira application, you know, because everything we have in Jira, they have it there. But it's just that now become Microsoft. So, and we'll have this template here. So you can use Jira in so many ways. And that's why I'll have template like this. For us here, we want to use Jira for software development. That is what we're doing. You can use Jira for marketing. You can use Jira for design, for sales, for operations, service management, human resources, legal, IT operation, and finance. So you can use them in different ways, just for you to know. So whichever way you want to use it. But for us, we are software developers. And that's how we are going to be using it. So that is it. We're not going to go through all this, so you can come and have a read on your own. So let's get started with our moving items to the product, moving product backlogs to the Jira. So because I'm already signing in, I'm not signing in again. I'll just go to the project I have here. My account is already here, and I'll create a new project from here. It's very easy to, so it doesn't require any hard labor to sign up. Just put your email and password. You are there and you create your project. So look at the way we are going to create a project, our new project, which is going to be PayeeGO CRM. And this is where we are going to be moving items. This is the product backlog here. All of us have this product backlog because I made sure that everybody created a copy of this product backlog. So that's our product backlog here. We are going to use it. And I think the only person that doesn't know what product backlog, I'm because he's joining, is Paul Adiola, Paul. So I think you are the only one who doesn't know, but because confidence has been in some of our projects somewhere, and so yeah. But it's not so difficult for Paul. So we're going to go through all these things. Don't worry about it. All we are just for you to see how we are doing it. So we're going to start from the beginning with you. Okay, let's move. I'm going to create a new project now, and you see here, this is from where I will do that. And what we are using is Jira software. So come over here and I'll add another project. So now if you want to create a project, if this is what you are going to, let me put this forward. Okay. Now it's going to ask you to use a template. That's why I took us through the template. You see project templates. What we selected here is bundle. We're not interested in bundle. If you want to service management, if you want work management, product management, marketing, HR, and down to this, but we're interested in software development. We are software developers, and that is where we are. So if you come to software development, it will narrow the template down to, do you want to use Kanban? Yes, Kanban is good, but we are not just here for visualization. We have Scrum. Yes, that is what we want because we want this in Scrum. We want to implement a Scrum. Top level planning. No, we are going to. So be careful the one you choose because I've seen so many of our teams in the past. They'll just come here and just click Kanban, or some of them will just click top. You take, or some people will just come over here and they click product management. It will give you different templates to manage your project, or you do service. So be careful. We are software developers, and we are going to use Scrum in Agile. So this is what I'm selecting. Selected that. It will still ask you more questions as you progress. So now use this template. We selected a template, software, and Scrum. And we progress. Yeah, that is what we need because it's going to help us with epic stories, bug tags, and I'll click on this, and now it will ask you more questions. We're on this, but you want to know, is it company managed or team managed? We are going to say team managed. You know, if you use it, means company will have control over this project and a lot of monitoring and this and that. but we want a team managed project, and we're going to use this. And now we have to write the name of this project, and the name of this project is going to be implementation. Let's just Dynamics D365 CRM. Here, and that is it. Dynamics, PayeeGO Dynamics 365 CRM implementation. That is what we are implementing here, and this is the key. So we've done. The next thing here is to come down here and create. We'll create this project here, and yeah. Okay, you can see we're on a very fresh canvas. So this project is created. So now we have, oh, come here, we see, this is what we call Scrum board, or we'll talk about this is Kanban board. We'll call it here in Scrum, we'll call it Scrum board, or whichever way, but that is it here. You see, but this is not what we're here for now. The main thing is to move our product backlogs. You can see this is section for backlogs. You can see here there is none. You see here is 0. No, nothing like I said, we call it issues. There is nothing we have here. And we'll come over here to timeline, and this is where we have to plan our work. We'll have summary as well here, and under summary here is a dashboard. A dashboard where you can look at what is happening, what you've completed, updated, created. This is, once you start working on this, you continue to see it on dashboard. So you see the metrics, everything here. So, but we've not done anything. This is just to give us analytics. You can use the word analytics, visualization. Okay. And here is calendar, here is a list, here is a form, here is goal, here is issues, and yeah, other things. But the main important here for now is this timeline. We come to timeline, we create what we plan to do, and we need to go to our product backlog to see what we plan to do. Yeah. Okay. The first thing we plan to do here is under this epics and feature, this is sales management. Under sales management, yeah, what we want to achieve in this Dynamics 365, remember what the stakeholders need from us. The main important thing in our project is lead and contact lead management. You remember that? So, because we cannot deploy, we can't deploy everything. If we want to deploy everything, this project might even last for more than 1 year. So, but as we progresses, they will continue to capture more requirements from them to know what more they need to achieve through this. But the main important thing is lead management. That is the key features in Dynamics 365 we are going to use, and that is it here. So we are going to do this lead management. That is what we plan to achieve. So under lead management, we have so many items here under lead management. You see under lead management, we have till display. So that is what we were planning to cover. So let me highlight things that we plan to cover here. And this under sales management. So we are not going, sales management is a big chunk. So I'll come over here and let me highlight it here. So this is what we plan to cover in this sprint. So all this area highlighted in green. So they see they are all lead management. So and I'll come to Jira and so that is it. And underneath, we'll start creating items under this lead management. So the next thing we're going to bring in here, this is high level. This is what we call a sprint. So we're going to bring all these user stories in. These are the user stories, all the items here. These two, software licensing, we need to bring it in as well. Bring this in, bring this in. Bring everything under lead management. We are bringing them in. All these user stories under, we are bringing all of them in. So the first thing is going to be this. I'm not going to copy everything here because of time, so I'm going to be picking key keywords because we are going to discuss it in details in the Jira as well. So come over here. You see here, if you highlight on this, you need to add smaller items under this. You see? So don't add anything here. This is just a sprint. This is a high level. You can call it feature, you can call it a sprint. So we need to create items under lead management. So we use this plus button. We click on it. I'll use this, you see. Just look at it, the way it's going to see. If you come over here, you see I've added software licensing. But what is software licensing? Is it a story? Story means user story. No, it's not a user story. It's a task. And so be careful the way you classify your work. So you see, we have user story, we have bug, we have task. So I'm going to capture it as a task and I'll save it. So we have one item to do under, and that is the way we are going to bring the other items. So if you go back here to our product backlog, you see under this is a task, and under acceptance criteria is just software licensing. And you see here issue type. That's why we have all this. If you see tax user story, yes, And that is why we want you to know the reason why we have it, because you are making your work easy when we are moving to Jira. So we already know what we are doing because we planned it out here. So the next thing here is this coming in. I want to be able to create a new lead. So the main keywords, you see all the keywords is highlighted in this blue color. So I'm going to be picking all the keywords. This is a user story. Okay, I come back here and I add this user story here. And this is a user story. It's no longer going to be a tax. See, the first one is tax, but this, be mindful here, you see they drop a small drop down button or arrow here. You click on this arrow, then you go back here. This is a user story. Click on this, you see, and so it's user story. You see, it's not the same thing as software licensing. And I'll go and get the rest of the user stories. I'll come back here and then do this one. So, and who is doing all this? Business analyst. Business analyst is doing this work. Any other person is assisting you as a business analyst. Sorry. Yeah. So that is what we do by moving items, moving product backlogs to Jira. You can see the way I'm moving it. So that is where we're going to start the work. So because we are not going to do the work here, the work is, this is just a blueprint to help us do this work. And if you do not put your work in this language, the developers, they will not understand what you mean. So this is technical language. So if you are looking for a job, you are going to see a lot of job, technical business analysts, because these are technicals. They want people that understand this, not just conventional business analysts. We have some business analysts who do not do all these technical works. So report. Okay, I think we are done with all the issues we want to bring in. Do we have any other issues here? I want to report. So the next here is want to be able to search for, okay. So we're able to search based on criteria. And last, I want to be able to, this is the last item. We'll go here. Yeah. Okay. So okay, let's look at what we've got here. I want to follow, I want to generate reports. So we have two items here. I have duplication. I want to generate reports and I want to, so one need to go. Yeah. So just delete it. Yeah. It's duplication. So this is what we have here. So now we've moved the items we want. So it's a continuous process. We continue to move, but I want the items we need for now to get this project started. Over time, can move everything we have in this product backlog to Jira and work on them, but we don't have that kind of time. So what do we do now? We have to refine this. It's not refined. So how do we refine them? In every item here, we need to, like this software licensing, come over here, open it up, and you come down here to refine, you give description, and you create a story point here, and that's it. So you need to refine everything here. That is description. So if you go to our product backlog, come here, all these items will have description. This description will help the developers to understand the work item very well, better. And so to avoid ambiguity, you see here description, user story, issue description. So you see I highlighted the key item here, but I equally describe everything very well. That is description. So that's why I said we pick keywords and then describe fully. So if you want to capture description, just to do is have copying them and be pasting. And description, there's column for description to describe the item. So you save it so that whoever is working on this item will have a better understanding. In this work, you do not assign work to any team member. They select the item they work on. That is what the Scrum Guide says. So there's no need of assigning work. So come here, story points. We'll talk about story points. Story point here, what is the amount of work we do, how complex, the complexity of the work will determine how the story points. We say that the story points can be from 1 to, and you can decide the amount, the way you want to name your story points. If you go to our product backlog, we talk about story points. You see this only one we didn't have any story point because this is just buying a software license from Microsoft. So it's not that so difficult. So you can give it something like story point can be 6, and that's it. So add the story point, and yeah. So, and that's it. That's how this is done. We've done a bit of refinement on this. And then we'll come to this. I want to be able to create a new lead. So we'll come over here. That's how you are going to be refining them. As a matter of fact, this refining, by the time you are going to refine this work, you are going to do it together with the developers. You are not going to do it alone as a business analyst, or if you are doing it as a product owner or as a business analyst, it's going to be a teamwork. It's not, you can't do this work in isolation. The only thing you can do here on your own is to move this work here. You've done that as a business analyst, but going forward, refining these items, developers need to have their own input because they are the people that are going to do the work. As a matter of fact, they are the people that are going to decide the story point because they know the amount of time, complexity of every work here. But your own is to describe what needs to be done. So it's them that are going to do the work will determine the story point. Story point determine how complex. Smaller story point means that the work is smaller, is less complex. High story point means that the work is very complex. So the only thing you need here is to describe the work very well. I want to be able to create a new lead, and you come back here. So you have to give it a full like as a sales rep. So now they know who is creating the new lead in the CRM so that I can capture information about the potential customer. So capture it, and then and the story point is 9. And you come over here, you paste, and you save it. And then you come down here. So you ask developers to make their own input about the story points. And here they can say the story point here is 9. Said, okay, it's 9. It's them. They are the people that are deciding this, not you. So, and once that's done, you finish the refinement. So we are getting these work items ready for execution. So once you finish this, the sprint can start. So that's how we are going to refine all the work here. Okay, this is assign. I want to assign lead to specific sales rep, and this is supposed to be sales manager. So you come over here, you need to be detailed by assigning this, copy it, so that developers will really understand who is using this feature. You save. So what we are doing here is we are planning this work as a BA. And then what is the job of a project manager here? Let's say project manager here in this environment, you drop the name project manager and you become a scrum master. What do? You facilitate meeting. You monitor, you make sure that the BAs are doing this. So that's what we call accountability. You are accountable. If you remember racing metrics, we talk about accountability, we talk about responsibility. So you are accountable to make sure that the project business analyst is planning this work. You are accountable to make sure that they plan everything that need to make sure that this work is planned very well, that the developers are equally putting, giving the input. Their own input is to give the story points after analyzing, making sure once the developers give the story points, it means that they do understand the amount of work involved. But if they don't understand the amount of work, then the business analyst will keep on explaining to them until they understand exactly what needs to be done. Once they understand what needs to be done, they will tell you the amount of time, or that is story points, how complex it is for them to do the work. So that is your own. So everybody, that is the role of everybody here. I said project manager who now becomes the scrum master is accountable, making sure that this job is done very well. And you facilitate this meeting. You make sure that this meeting happens. You create this meeting, invite everybody, and you sit with them, monitor what's going on. The BA will be refining the work, describing the work items, because you are the BA, you created all this product backlog. So you need to define them, you need to describe them in detail so that everybody will be on the same plate, also on the same page. So we have, I want to track status of lead, and lead status, and come over here, and I want to track the status of lead, and here you describe. So, okay, I will not bring more items. The rest of the work, you guys, the main purpose is to teach you how to do it, and you do it. So I've done enough to show you how to do it. The story points here is, let's give it 8, and that's it. So we've done this planning, and that's so what next? Well, next is we'll go to Backlog. We see it from Backlog. Here, you click on here, you see what we have in our product backlog. So you see, if you come here, if I scroll down here, you see, yeah, you see this one is not, so I have to do it again from here, and I'll give it 9. So this is the amount of work we've refined. Okay, let's say we have to refine the work we want to commit immediately for this sprint. So this other work, you see, this, they are not refined yet, so we can't use them. What we want to do now is that we want to start a new sprint. Starting a new sprint, we work from refined work. So the refined work are those work that on top here, these are product backlog that are refined. I'll move them to backlog. Yeah, sprint environment. All this backlog, I'll move. This is sprint environment. So where we're going to be doing the work. So we call it sprint. Starting so no item here. So this, I'm going to be moving them one by one to new sprint. Yeah. It's drag and drop, so I don't know why it's not yeah. So I will be dragging them and dropping them. So it's the one dragging them and dropping them. So if you are dragging them and it's not agreeing, just keep dragging them. It's going to drop. I'll come here, use your mouse, you drag, you drop in here. So you see, I've dragged all the 4 work items we've refined here. So, and that is it. So now we've dragged all the work item here. You see the amount of work we have here is 32 story points. This will help us to understand our capacity, the capacity of our developers, what they can do at a sprint. So we'll come over here, we start the sprint. The sprints can last for 1 month, it can last for 2 weeks, it can last for, so you guys determine the amount of time it takes to do this work. So we are going to do a duration of 2 weeks sprint, and we are going to select 2 weeks here. If you don't want 2 weeks, you can work, select 1 week, you can select 3 weeks, you can select. So you define, we can be more than 4 weeks according to Scrum Guide. So, and you come over here, you must write the goal. What do you want to achieve in this? Implement lead. So here, D365 CRM, Dynamics 365 CRM, sales, then lead management. So what we want to achieve now is just to implement the lead. They have so many features, but we're interested in only the lead. So we're interested in only the lead management. In subsequent sprints, we can implement other features. But in this particular, this is what we want to achieve. And you put the start date and the end date. Once you select the amount of time it's going to tell you when to start, and then you don't need to put the end date because it's automatically selected. And once you put the sprint goal, you click. Once you click, the sprint will start. You see here it started, and yeah, so this is supposed to last for 2 weeks. Now it has moved us from backlog where we plan now, we are now in board. So now this is what to do, this is what we've not done. So here we can add more board here, Kanban board. We call it board, and this is called card. So I can see testing, and I'll add the testing here. I've created another board which I need to drag here so that after the work we test before we drag to done. So you start selecting the work that needs to be done based on the one that is most important. You can rearrange your work before starting. You can say this one that is here or the bottom is the most important. Let's get it to the here. It becomes number 1. You can rearrange it. So we'll drag this here and want to buy the licensing. So whoever is duty to buy the licensing, like, is now going to do the buy the licensing. So yeah, so that is it. I've dragged everything here is drag and drop. So you see here, to buying the licensing, whose duty to buy the licensing? The project manager can buy the licensing, or the business analyst can equally buy the licensing. So it's procurement, so we can leave it for the project manager to do that now because the business, the Scrum Master. And once that done, yes, the license, you go to Microsoft or any other, at times Microsoft, they have other people selling their product. Whoever will you buy the licensing, and that is done. That one, you don't need testing for this. Just drag it here. You've done this. Yeah, this one is done. So the developers will start, but the licensing is already here. They will finish what it should be the first, assigning. I don't think it should be the first. I want to create a new lead. I want to track the status. So the first one should be this. So I want to be able to create a new lead. And after doing this, you drag it to testing. After testing, yeah, after testing, and is working according to plan, so that you won't be embarrassed when you want to bring stakeholders to test. You must have done in-house testing, and then bring it here. Done. I want to be able to, no, this shouldn't be the first one, but let's ignore it. And then you do this, you test, and you bring it, you finish. And this, as well as this, is as you are working on this, this is taking time. It's not just the one dragging, it takes up to 2 weeks to achieve this. And you are working and you drag this one here. As you are working on this one, you had a problem. I want to be able to track the status. So maybe while you are working on this, you had an issue and you need attention of the Scrum Master. You add a flag, a red flag. So here, um, having challenges. So whichever challenges, maybe a laptop or whatever, you are stuck, you can't do this because challenges with my laptop, so you can't continue because your laptop is faulty all of a sudden. So you see here, during daily stand-up, we do daily stand-up. This can be discussed during daily stand-up. We talk about it. Do you having an issue? Or you can use this to create the attention of the Scrum Master and every other team member knowing you have a situation. You raise a red flag and people will come to your rescue. And once they manage to get you a new laptop, they come back here and you see, come down here, you remove the flag. So this issue is sorted. And you see it's gone. So you continue your work, put it for testing. After testing, you do so. But if by mistake you couldn't finish the work you have here, the work you have is not a must that everything you bring here you must finish it. If there's some you couldn't finish, you take them back to the backlog to plan it for the next, become part of the next sprint planning. But if you can finish it up, it's good to finish it up. So that's it. So you have finished, and then you come here. There's all this we call it. Look at here, view. This is what we call burn down charts. You see here. Oh, this is burn down charts. This is the day this work is supposed to start to finish me. So I'm supposed to finish this work on March 25th. So, and the work I'm supposed to finish on March 20th, I've just finished it in one day. So this is the work I've done. I've finished everything. So the purpose is that as we are working, you will see the progress towards the completion. That is the end of the sprint, to know if you're able to finish this work. But I've already finished this work. So remaining work, there's no, everything is done. So, and that's that's what we call burn down charts. And yeah, and if you go to summary here, if you come to summary here, you can see that our board is now beginning to show something. Our dashboard, you see recent activities, what is going on, status overview, to do testing done. You see the amount of work here, and you come here, you see other items. You see priority breakdown. You see types of work. You see, so this is epic. So this will give you the visibility, analytics of what is going on. So let's go back to the board where the work is going on. So we're back to our sprint board where the work is going on. And once you finish this, you come here. You can't start another one until you finish. So you come here, you see, complete the sprint. And you come over here, you click on that, and you complete the sprint. Yeah. Okay, complete sprint. So I've completed the sprint, and that's it. Yeah. So now I've completed the sprint. If you come here, you can see that this place is now empty. There's no work here. Meaning that here is ready for a new work. If you come back here, you can see the sprint environment is cleared for a new work to start. But this will be like after 2 weeks, so that is it. So that is how we've done this end to end, from moving our work, planning our sprints, refining our work, and starting a sprint, working, having daily stand-up, and finishing up the whole sprint. And once the sprint is finished, the team can have the sprint review here. This you need to go, and then it's the duty of the project Scrum Master to call a meeting called a sprint demo to show the stakeholders what we've done. So at this point, it's time to go and do the sprint demo. And after the sprint demo, then you have sprint retrospective. And after the sprint retrospective, we come back here to start another work. It's a cycle. You continue to do it. We continue to bring more items to backlog. We continue to refine. We continue to execute. It becomes a cycle all over again and again and again till the maybe you move to another company, or maybe you finish the job, or whatever. That's how we do it. So that's where we are bringing this to an end. So I don't think any of us will be struggling to do this. We'll have video here you can come and watch if you are struggling. But it's now over to you guys to go move your items to. First, you have to go to Grid Camp, plan it out, then come start moving into Jira, and then plan the sprints, and every other things will follow. So if you have any question, then you can ask your question.
No, not for me.
Okay. Anyone with any question?
I just want to know, are we still going to use the Freed Camp, or are we going to use this Jira completely?
Yeah, we are using both of them because we are planning it. Freed Camp will follow. If you go to Freed Camp, when you are going to plan it in Freed Camp is going to tell you to move items to Jira.
Yeah, I saw that. Yes.
So that is why you see you are not leaving Freed Camp. And when you finish this, you still need to write project closure reports and other things. You need to close the project as planned out in the Freed Camp. So you are going to be using the two softwares together. So I'll be working on Jira and working on Freed Camp at the same time. So, and equally, if you have a project plan, so everything will work with everything together. So we use project plan to plan out the Freed Camp. Are you getting it?
Yeah,
and we use Freed Camp to plan out the rest of the work, which includes these moving items to Jira. Are you getting it?
Yes.
So that is it. So you watch videos and it's going to help you, but if you are struggling, I'm here. So if you don't have any question, then I wish you guys luck. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr.
Thank you, Charles. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you, sir.
No worries. Thank you all, and have a good night rest. And the other guy, Mike, Paul is gone. So I will want to have a word with confidence and say G. So after this, so that you can help me out with a plan how to up to these people.
Okay.
All right. I'll stop recording now and